everyone, welcome to the next session on operations research. In this session, we are going to discuss about the Monte Carlo method of simulation, which is used in operations research. The Monte Carlo method is a statistical technique that uses random sampling and statistical modeling to estimate mathematical functions and mimic the operation of complex systems. In operations research, the Monte Carlo method is widely used for simulating the performance of systems and processes, especially when dealing with uncertainty and variability. So we are going to discuss and study about the simulation method which is used for solving a certain complex problem. For example, there is a bakery which makes breads on daily basis, and you will have to estimate how many breads are required in the next 10 days, so how many to be prepared, what would happen with the number of stale breads. So you will have to count how many stale breads would remain if the demand and supply do not match. So you are forecasting and also deciding upon the outputs of that forecasting. So that is called as simulating a particular system. So this is about baking breads or making some cakes in the bakery. You can also have problems about the factories where you make a particular vehicle and then you are going to transport it from one place to another. So when you transport, you use a particular lorry which will have a particular amount of space. Suppose if it's a scooter, you would have a particular amount of space. So say there are 50 of them which can go at a time. So you will have to estimate your production and also how many spaces would remain empty in case you are not making 50 number of scooters when required to transport from one place to another. So your inventory should match this space in the lorry. If it doesn't, then your number of scooters lying in the inventory would be more, so you are increasing the inventory cost. Or if you have made less number of scooters, then the lorry would just go from one place to another with less number of scooters, which means you are wasting on the money which is involved in every transportation from one place to another, and also the fuel charges are going to increase. So in short, if you have to minimize these cost values, you will have to decide upon your products being made at a particular time such that the inventory is also not more, inventory cost does not increase, and so does the transportation. Key steps in Monte Carlo simulation: define the problem, identify the problem or system to be analyzed. This includes defining the key variables, parameters, and outcomes of interest. So the first thing which you need to define is the problem. Say you are talking about the bakery which is baking some breads on regular basis. So you will have to talk about the key variables, parameters, and the outcomes of the interest. Model the system. Develop a mathematical model of the system. This model often involves equations that describe the relationships between different variables. So the next task is to model your system into a mathematical one. The third one is to generate random inputs. Use random number generators to create a set of random inputs from the model. These inputs represent the uncertain variables in the system, such as demand in a supply chain or processing times in a manufacturing process. So you will have to next generate some random numbers. Then the fourth step is to simulate the system. Run the model with the randomly generated inputs. This involves calculating the outcomes based on the model equations and the random inputs. So you are going to randomly generate the numbers and you are going to run the model to see what is the output that you obtain from it. Analyze the outputs. Collect and analyze the results from the simulations. Typically, you would run the simulation many times, often thousands or more, to obtain a distribution of possible outcomes. So next step is to analyze the output that you have obtained by running the problem n number of times. The last step is to make decisions. Use the results of the simulation to inform decision making. This might involve choosing the best course of action based on the estimated probabilities of different outcomes. So, last one is to make your decision based on whatever outcome you have got from the input that you have given. Applications and operations research, inventory management, estimating the optimal inventory levels by simulating different demand scenarios. So I have already told you about this. Project management, analyzing the potential completion times of projects with uncertain task durations. Queuing systems, evaluating the performance of systems with waiting lines such as customer service centers or manufacturing lines. We are going to talk about queuing model in detail in the further lectures. So as of now, you should know that the queuing systems that are to be managed is also a product of this simulation method. Financial risk analysis, estimating the risks associated with investment portfolios or financial products. So financial risk analysis is also a type of application which is involved in simulation problems. Then we'll talk about the advantages of Monte Carlo simulation. Flexibility, can model complex systems that are difficult to analyze using traditional analytical methods. Uncertainty handling, excellent for dealing with uncertain or variable inputs. Probabilistic outputs, provides a range of possible outcomes along with their probabilities rather than a single deterministic result. So these are certain major advantages of using the Monte Carlo simulation method. Last, we'll talk about the limitations of this method. Computationally intensive, requires significant computational resources, especially for complex models or large numbers of simulations. So you need to have a good processor if you are using a software for solving using the Monte Carlo simulation. I will show you how to simulate using this method in some software such that you are also aware of the software part of it. Requires good input data. The accuracy of the results depends heavily on the quality and accuracy of the input data. So this is highly important. Whatever input you give to the system has to be accurate. Otherwise, whatever results you obtain are not going to be that correct. And then you would just be making decisions based on whatever output you get, irrespective of the fact whether it is accurate or not. So be very careful with the input such that you are rest assured about the process. So we'll conclude saying that Monte Carlo simulation is a powerful tool in operations research for modeling and analyzing complex systems, particularly those involving uncertainty and risk. So when you're talking about a lot of uncertainty in the system, go for Monte Carlo simulation. Also, if you have a lot of risk involved where you do not know whether you are going to get better results using a particular simulation, you should prefer using Monte Carlo method. So with this, I end the theory on this topic. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.